It's been a while. I know I disconnect myself because I do other things that sometimes don't even add up to anything, but that's the way things go sometimes. This is Lion and Truth. I am Reuben back here, your host. Everything's a figment of your imagination if you think about it. I like this,
Use the Force, Luke.
and then I found this beat somehow.
Let go.
There's two separate things that play there. But yeah, I'm started off with you see here, I have things up that represent me that I really enjoy. Over here I have J Master J. I mean, didn't notice, but over here, but my A's hat. Been a big A's fan. I live in Fresno, California. We used to have the Fresno Giants, and they played in the same division as the Modesto A's, and I lived a block away from the stadium, so I went to every game when I was a kid, from the day I was born till they finally left. But the Modesto A's had the fabulous Ricky Henderson play. In one season, he I think it was like 1976, perhaps, maybe. Can't. That was the year I was born. But anyways, he broke the record for the most stolen bases in that league. He got 95 in 134 games. His team got 379 stolen bases in 135 games. 135 games. 300 and one other guy got 90. Ricky Henderson got 95. And Ricky Henderson would come on the base. I remember, not come, but he would be on the base, and he would openly say, if anybody knows, he would talk about himself in third person. Ricky Henderson going to steal in second. And it was a small stadium. So you hear Ricky Henderson going to steal home. He did whatever he wanted. He was amazing. Fortunately, he recently passed today. But he, in my eyes, he was one of the originators of custom gear. There's Jordan, he had shoes, but they were still pretty basic back then, not many options. But Ricky Henderson had gloves. He stole bases, so they had batter's gloves. And then his gloves had little foam things on the outside of them. They were like, they called them like a spider gloves or tarantulas or something like that. But they had all kinds of colors, but they had foam on the back. So when you steal, if someone steps on it, it didn't hurt your knuckles. It didn't really, but they were the coolest, and they were the Ricky Henderson signature gloves, and that was awesome. I remember I had to have them because then I had to steal bases. I played catcher. I didn't play center field, but I had to steal bases like Ricky Henderson. That's what Ricky Henderson did. That's what I got to do, man. He was one of my favorite players ever, Ricky Henderson. But that's why I always represent with my A's hat in the background. Peace out to Ricky Henderson. Yeah, let's see here. Did I have the date? No, but 134 games, 357 stolen bases. Oh, not. Oh, yeah, shy of the league record, which is 370. Sorry, they got 357. Somebody's getting numbers wrong. Amazing. Amazing. Well, anyways, I just want to start it off with the good old, Ricky Henderson.
Use the Force, Luke.
I will. I'll go.
Let go.
Anyways, yeah, stupid. So this is like, I guess, post-election. You never know, what people are going to do and how things are going to go. But I've pointed out over and over again, I'm never really shocked. But yeah, Fox News has been the largest media provider for over 30 years. They're on 4 of every 5 TVs. Ronald Reagan got rid of the fairness doctrine, but people are like, you're controlled by CNN. Like, how can anybody be controlled by a network that nobody watches? They get less viewers than, it might be second or third, but, Joe Rogan gets way more viewers than CNN, so who would be more controlling? So Fox News gets more viewers than all the other cable news networks combined. They're on 9 of 10 top cable news shows in America for like 30 years. Bill O'Reilly, Sean Hannity, Jesse Waters. Yeah, it's the only person people can name on CNN. They had Anderson Cooper and Don Lemon. I don't think Don Lemon's even there anymore, and we don't even watch CNN, so it doesn't make sense. And people always say, "Well, it's just on at gyms." Well, there we go. We don't watch it. It's just on, and people leave it on if they can get numbers, anyways. So I'm not surprised that media, and then like the Joe Rogan, who's basically only had on Elon and Donald Trump and J.D. Vance and all the people on the far right can possibly get on, and then his comedians over there are all far right. I try to point out over and over again, Joe Rogan's in Texas, and as far as I know, mushrooms and cannabis are still illegal, especially federally, in Texas, and he openly uses. Do as you wish, and that's nothing I call him. But if people are coming over after Hunter Biden, his use and his gun use, he checked a mark on a piece of paper that said he didn't use drugs, but then he owned a gun. On videotape, on camera, they seen him on pictures using. Same thing as Joe Rogan. Exact same thing. Why does he promote Texas so much, even though it has the 5th highest property tax in America? Maybe he gets a tax break. Maybe he's like, hey, turn a blind eye to what I do. Let me open a comedy club. I'll get a lot of people to move here. You know what I mean? I'll make it sound like it's the greatest thing ever. They'll all come. I'll bring actual comedians here. They'll open comedy clubs. They'll do things, shows, tax money. These people buy stuff. They'll provide tax money. Just let me do what I want to do and leave me alone. Every state does it. California has commercials for they have all kinds of celebrities on. They get paid advertisement. People like, hey, I'm trying to open up this restaurant, but I'm having a hard time with paperwork and blah, blah, blah. Can you help me out? I'll donate to you to take care of this, take care of that. That's what all these people are doing, right? So not far-fetched that Joe Rogan is a paid up from the far right, one of the largest media streamers in America. Not now because of the Kelsey wife beat out Joe Rogan. Yeah, we'll see how long it lasts, but it's pretty interesting. And then the Midas Touch, that's a new, actually slightly left-leaning, but more of an honest take on news rather than any kind of propaganda where, like the far right has slogans like trans. I like it. They had the NCAA guy on talking about trans people in women's sports, men in women's sports, really, if they're concerned about. So they said, how many athletes do you have? And the guy said something like 60,000 athletes they have in college. And said, well, how many of them are trans? It said maybe 10. 10. My son plays football, so you want to try to get scholarships and talk to coaches and find a team to play on. So you start emailing all the coaches and all the teams. Man, there's so many schools. I didn't think there was that many schools. There are so many schools. It is unbelievable. And there's 10. It's crazy. It seems like a waste of time because that little congressional meeting they had probably cost a good $2 million. A couple people showing up, their wages, people all around it, food, catering, everything involved. So 10 people, Anyways, it's quite extraordinary. I said I'm not surprised that Donald Trump won with all the media control and the far right. The viewers, I said they wanted a win. They needed a win. That's what they said. We just need a win. We didn't lose. We need a win. We need a win. And now they got their win. They can kind of free themselves accidentally, you know what I mean? Like on their own, realize, hey, this Donald Trump guy's lying us. I guess tariffs are actually taxes. Who would have guessed? And yeah, why are we going to make if unemployment is at 5%, so we need to bring jobs back. The 5%, you think they're all going to be factory workers? You think all 5% is most of the people don't want to work. A lot of people on disability. Some people just have no interest in working. So it might be homeless people, might be people in jail. Right? Seasonal. Maybe it's seasonal. But that's around the number. It's always around 5% for unemployment. That's where people are at. Right? Those are not, can't make 100% people work. So who's going to work the factories? Especially to deport all the illegals who have ITN numbers, right? Identification tax numbers, so they can work and pay taxes when they work and then cash a check. You know, it's not the bank's obligation to check your, status if you're here illegally or whatever. Some people might be, on vacation, not they're trying to cash a check, and it's legal paperwork, legal tender. If they're doing their job, you do your job, they got an ITN number. Sometimes employers have to hire people, and why don't they go after employers? Crazy. Anyways, back to Donald Trump. My point was, the voters now can free themselves from Donald Trump because he can't run again. And maybe they might recognize some stuff. But for sure, what has happened, Donald Trump has released himself from the voters. He realizes right away, oh, shit, I don't need these people. I'm not running again. I'm going to do whatever. He's like, guess what? I guess I can't lower prices. Ha ha. Boom. He's all drum roll. Gotcha. What else can we do? If I deport everybody, that's like 900 billion. People under 300,000, your taxes will go up. Over 300,000, tax break. Boom. Corporate tax break. That doesn't really help anybody, which will actually cost the government because we somehow have to defund some stuff. The guy who has $455 billion and $1 billion worth of contracts for the government, who've never really did anything, he's the son of a millionaire, is going to tell everybody how to spend their money. Drum roll, please. It's amazing. Yeah. He realizes he don't need you. Sounds like the mailman. But yeah, you can see every day he had my meeting with Jeff Bezos. Instead of giving $255 million to get someone nominated, why don't you just help out people? Why don't you just give all your employees a raise, right? One of the most common things people who are union workers who have built buildings for Tesla is he tries to do things very, what they call it, ratty, non-union, cut corners, not pay people. Oh, you worked overtime? Asked out. Ain't getting that shit. You know what I mean? Always something. Always. Hey, I need people to park a mile away, and the travel from parking to the building is on your time, and the travel back to your car is on your time too. All kinds of wild stuff that keeps on going. So, but he said, I think it's an opportunity for the voters to split, detach themselves. Because for sure, Trump has detached himself from the voters. Man, that's quite extraordinary how quickly he just realized, he's like, I don't need any of you. He's like, drones, I'll just shoot them down. He doesn't even care. Tariffs, I charge everybody. Canada, boom. I'll turn you into a piece of America, bitches. Canada's like wrong. You know, where you get some of your power and your oil, and and Trump's all, no, I don't read. Russia, Trump, same shit. Like that guy Tim Pool. That's funny. Russia, Trump, Tim Pool, Tenet Media, Putin. Even though I did hear, Putin, he's funny. He plays both sides for sure with his KGB propaganda speeches. But I'm going to get something to drink. He praised Joe Biden for pardoning his son. He's like, Joe Biden, he is a politician, but sometimes some people have to be a human. And now we see that he pardons his son. He's more human than a politician. And he goes, I don't condemn him for pardoning his son. I would do the same thing. Instead of then Putin followed it up with, also, I would go and I would find those people who even bugged my son, and then accidentally those people would get upset stomachs, or the apple they ate wasn't very good, and they take a long, 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 long nap where everybody never sees them again or something like that. I don't know. But that's just Putin's propaganda. I don't know. Yeah, it's funny because I've been saying this for a while. I said there's going to be a change. People are like, what the? Did all these billionaires just trick us? Vivek, Elon, Donald Trump, Betsy DeVos, Steve Mnuchin, Steve Bannon. All these guys are just millionaires trying to trick us. And then all of a sudden, United Healthcare CEO got. You know? That's my sound effect for Mario Brothers Luigi when you don't make it out.
Use the force, Luke.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Oh, well, at least pay attention,
I'm
please.
sorry.
I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Okay.
I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
You lose.
Wish I knew that before. Anyways, yeah, so that's crazy. These drones, like I said, I don't know. It could be the government. Yeah, I mean, it's in New Jersey. I'm over here. So I'm by the airport. I see helicopters and shit all day long. Sometimes I'm so close to the airport. I'm like, oh, I hear the noise. I'm like, oh, we're going to war today, huh? And it's like, nah, they're just flying in circles for no reason. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. It sounds like sometimes like, oh, they're going to war? No. I know the Clovis Police Department or Fresno Police Department here, they wanted to buy some drones. Apparently, they already had a bunch of drones, and they were in the backs of their cars. But they're like, we're not using them in the drone update. We just need new drones. We need like 7 of them. It's like somewhere around, $250,000, something like that. It's like for what do you need a drone for? You know what I mean? If let's say, okay, there is a situation, okay, that you need a drone. Let's say, please get called. Well, first of all, you got to drive there, then release the drone. Well, you're already there. What's the drone going to do? Sometimes you might be able to look around, but mostly there's nothing to see. I mean, you could check out a backyard maybe, but you can't just be flying around. You can't fly around town with the drone. You can't fly over. You can't just fly. You got to be in sight. So there wouldn't be no quick release finding information. Nothing that you just can't send your dog in for. If it's inside the building, the drone ain't going to do nothing. Nothing. Especially if you already own a drone. Anyways. Those drones look like the military drones with the wings that flap. Blip, blip, blip. Some of them got some plasma ball, but a lot of that just... If you ever been to Monterey at nighttime, you look at the moon, there's a rainbow circle around it, like nightly. It's quite beautiful looking. I don't know if it's because of the the dome from the flat Earth, but I'm pretty sure it's just because of space dust or water, and this is how light works. You know what I mean? That's how things work. Anyways, yeah. So I don't give a fuck about no drones. I'm over here. But back to what I was saying about these people. I think like recently, when Elon's trying to say he's going to cut some, stop the government and cut that, do this. That guy has got $455 billion. It would take us, if the time humanity started 80,000 years ago, where we're like just finally becoming like evolving and shit. If we saved $10,000 a day, then to now, we still wouldn't have $455 billion. You know what I mean? If he's like, I'm going to save America. Well, fucking start writing checks. Start writing checks, bitch. It's crazy. Like I said, when the CEO got all of a sudden, Elon Musk brought his kid out. People don't know this. He got 12 kids. He got X, Y. That's two of his kids' names. I make that shit up. But he's got 12. He got a gang of kids. You know what I mean? He's got a full AU basketball team. Of course, they're not going to be very good. You see him jump. They're not going to be very good. But he's got a full basketball team. Maybe he can be a 7-on-7 team. He's got the X and Y receiver. That's why. I didn't know this. He's got a 7-on-7 team. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. But we need to deport him. This is the revolution they're talking about. We're trying to get these, Trump supporters on board. If we were smart, these people are very susceptible to programming. We need to start programming them. Not they're falling for patriotism. We do some patriotism. You know what I mean? Patronize them instead of patriotism. Instead of being a patriot, be a patron. Patronize. But like, oh my God, the government's coming after you. Like they might be. You know what I mean? And you always just say, well, it can be both sides. Both sides. It could be never. It's the people versus the rich, and they're taking over both sides. Oh. They're taking away our liberties. You're right. Liberties. We got to use their catchphrases and guide them to the right direction. Just like you're trying to get a mouse to a trap, you got to need some cheese. They like the cheese. Got to get them in the right direction. The revolution against the Elons, the Nepo babies, Kid Rock. Kid Rock's dad owned 6 major car lots when he was, they're rich. Millionaire kids. These aren't, they're like all everyday guy. Speaking of, enough with the tattoo-faced drug addicts. They're like, oh, look at Jelly Roll. Look, he's such a good... No, he's a piece of... He's not very good at his job. He's not a very good singer. I don't know why. This is another thing with Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan basically it's easily programmed, and just he just, as long as he says it, they believe it. Oh, this guy's so good. Yeah, it's amazing. His story. It's just the way you come back. It's amazing. What's your story? Oh, you ate poop. That's so crazy. It's amazing, man. How you just did that, and you striked. You did drugs, and oh yeah, you didn't have your kids, and oh, you met some stripper, and she saved you. Yeah, that's amazing, amazing, amazing. Anyways, yeah. So Elon, break free doctor. Man, I hate the fucking doctor. I went to get the doctor in my hand. It's stupid. They never give me any information. I'm not gonna talk about that either. Go over here. I got an MRI for my hand, and I tore something here. My hand's majorly swollen. The guy's all, you just got to relax. Use your hand. I'm like, dude, that's not the issue. I ripped something in my hand. He said, you got trigger finger. Huh? Okay. Don't. It's not trigger. He's all. I think he's probably see another person. A third person. I'm paying for all this. I got really good insurance. These doctors aren't. He's like, I can give you a steroid shot. I'm like, I don't want a steroid shot. I could give you a brace. I'm going light duty. There's no no, I don't want to. I'm not wearing a fucking brace. Fix it. Whatever it is. And he looks at the MRI. He's going like, oh, what's? He's like, I don't even know what any of this stuff is. And when he's looking up, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. Doctor, I said, I pay a lot of money for these doctors, never have any answer. They do say they want to prescribe some stuff, and you know what I mean. It's amazing. Yeah, but I have another doctor appointment coming up, and be the third doctor trying to figure out what popped in my hand. Something popped, and I can't straighten it out. So, fuck you, doctors. And then as soon as I left, this motherfucker, literally, the doctor that I went and saw, they sent me a text like, hey, give me a review. I'm like, huh? What are we talking about review? You didn't even couldn't figure the fuck out. Review? I'm reviewing my choices. Goodness gracious. Speaking of reviewing choices, I said I'm here in Fresno State. We got a new coach finally. It was funny. There's so many like homers on the radio. That's one of the problems we've always had here locally. They're like, we need this local guy. No, we need the best motherfucking guy. Stop the nepotism. And there's not even something bad about those guys. Nothing bad about those guys, but they're not the right guy. It's not the guy. A nepotism. It's a failure. I see it at work all the time. It never works. You know what I mean? Look at the Raiders. I mean, it didn't work. I mean, Al Davis. It was like you need to release a team. It's like, don't worry, I got my least capable son going to take over. It's ridiculous. The nepotism is out of control. But yeah, Fresno State got a new coach, Matt Ince, I think his name is, from USC. A bunch of people hit the transfer portal. A lot of people. It's going to be interesting. I don't know who's going to play, but he always had a running quarterback. He was actually a coach for Trey Lance in North Dakota. So it's going to be really interesting to see what he turns around, what kind of team he puts out there. I know that you're looking for all new position coaches. I think they might have found an offensive coordinator, possibly someone from USC. But they're people always mad. They use it as a stepping stone. Hey, whatever it takes. If it's going to be the stepping stones for the best new coaches and players are going to be like, hey, we know we're going to go there and get. Eventually, they're not going to be all the players going to go to the other players. These players who transferred already, you see, one's going to Colorado. They're going to good schools. You know what I mean? They're getting good opportunities, and eventually, Fresno State, if they keep on building, people won't want to leave there. They'll be there. Boise's getting opportunity right past us. They're in the same league. Beat us. We had a couple wins here and there, but best. They got a running back going for the Heisman. The quarterback is the offensive coordinator in the NFL. Kellen Moore. So that it's we need to do those things. I mean, they're like, oh, look at Derek Carr. Here's a statistic. Okay, I heard this statistic. It's pretty bad. Okay, someone did a little statistical study. The quarterback with the worst season 1 through 5, is David Carr. Quarterback with the worst seasons 6 through 10, Derek Carr. And then just the other day we had Hayner start over there in New Orleans over David Carr, and he didn't make it. He had 10 throws. I don't think he made it to half. I think he had like 2, series, and they're like, nah, pull the plug. And I like Jake Hayner too. Even all his little pictures and stuff, he's going to be a model, But anyways, yeah. But we have to build, and I keep saying we need to improve the town. It can't just be. It's got to be the whole town. People want to come here not just for football, because football is only for a small time period. My son plays football. Guess what? Football season's over. He's off for a month. They go back and they'll do weight rooms and stuff. But like football season's over. It don't happen again until football season. So it takes a while. So you got to do something during that time instead of just stay here where all the crime is. And, there's nothing to even do. You got to leave town. You have to leave town, and then these kids, a lot of them don't have cars. You know what I mean? Even leaving town in the car, they're asking more problems. I know right now I work on a high-speed rail. I'm a union electrician, and right now people hear dumb things. We're like, well, I don't see any track. I think there's like 51 miles of track. But anyways, people are like, there's not laying any track. Well, a bunch of it is just fucking roads, dude. Over like Fresno alone has like 29 bridges, and like it's just the same amount of underpasses that are getting done. There's new roads and underpasses and bridges that are in town that were never available before, that now people have access from one side of town that they'd never had before. And it's all because of the high-speed rail. All new infrastructure. I said Golden State's all brand new. I'll see a message on Facebook like, why don't they just fix the roads? Like, no, that's what I'm doing. Come check out. Everything's all brand new down there. People are just like, don't worry, Elon's going to cut funding for that. Like, you want us to lose our jobs? There's thousands of us. Part of the benefit, one time I was downtown, and, here's Purdy. I found out now, this is obviously is named after Brock Purdy. My kids decided to name, she was a girl. That anytime I've named a dog now after a quarterback, like my other dog's name is Jimmy, because we got Jimmy G actually Super Bowl weekend, So Jimmy G and then Jimmy Garoppolo did not do so good. And now we got Brock Purdy. And Purdy is, I don't know. I'll say his verdict's still out there. I give him time. You know what I mean? There's no rush. I still think it's the coach. But yeah, Fresno State, we've got to improve the town. We need there's so many parts I think we just need to completely rebuild. We need an amusement park in town. We need some Vegas-style entertainment. They have that indoor viewing thing where you can watch a football game, or it looks like you're at the game. I can't remember what it's called. Like this, it's like the Sphere kind of, but it's indoor sports version, like Sphere X or something like that. X Sphere. I can't remember. Everything's X now. And back when I was a kid, everything was X. Extreme. Look at these jeans. They're extremely wide. Oh, these are cool. Extreme shoes. They got wheels on them. Extreme. Anyways. So, yeah. So, Fresno State, new coach. I'm pretty happy about it. Want to see where they're going. I'm glad they're making a change. But it said this guy on the radio, he's good he's like the R&B morning show, CK. He's got a great voice, and he keeps the conversation going. But he's such a homer, no matter what. Oh, we're doing great. Fresno State, I know they're in fourth place in their own division, but that's a good job. It's a good job. Like, no, dude, come on, bro. Just stop, And people are like, I'm mad they didn't pick the local guy. Like, pick a guy to win. And this guy don't work out, next guy to win. I mean, let the local guy go get his thing. We gave him an opportunity as an intern coach, but man, and Fresno State now finally has a good guy and an opportunity to win. Hopefully get a couple players here, and hopefully the town builds up around this high-speed rail, and the town makes a change, because Fresno's been Republican for like 100 years, so it's out of control. So we get some kind of change and growth here with this revolution going after the United Healthcare, and we're done with Elon and Nepo babies. Are going to deport these people, make a change in this country. We can start with our town, Fresno, California, which has been Republican, like I said, for almost 100 years, with Devin Nunes and Kevin McCarthy representation in this area. It has been wild. No progress. But luckily, because of high-speed rail, there's a lot of new infrastructure, new roads, new opportunities, and the town hopefully grows around that with a new coach that hopefully gives new growth. But I don't know. speaking of new growth, I went outside. I don't know if you hear the dogs, but there's a raccoon. It's been a raccoon for a while. He goes out there and unfortunately eats cat food, and I think it swims in my neighbor's pool. Definitely not my backyard. My dogs will find him. But I went outside one time and I saw the raccoon, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna go fucking get this raccoon. And then it put up its hands, and it had thumbs, and it looked like it was about to like square off. He's like, oh dude, I'll grab you. I'm like, oh nah, I don't want none. It's cool. He's like, you don't want none, old man. And they said, okay, why are you messing with these boys? I told my kids, why are you messing with these raccoons? But anyways, I went out there the other day. The raccoon had babies. There's 2 baby raccoons and the mama raccoon out there. So I'm gonna have to get a cage and get rid of all the we're raccooned out. That's too many raccoons. I mean, one raccoon was kind of entertaining, like, haha, look at a raccoon, funny. But now a family of raccoons, nah, too much. Too much. You know what I mean? I already got problems around here as it is. I mean, other day, well, you look at my front window, there was those little yellow cones in the street for like identification for bullets and shit. Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, I don't need raccoons also. Trying to stop that. So I'm leaving a lot of these subjects out. I'm not talking about Aaron Rodgers. He's a piece of shit. I already talked about Trump jumping ship. Trump's like, hey, fuck you guys. So yeah. Anyways, I think it's interesting. Let's see what's going to happen. It's going to be interesting, and I think. Hey, there you go, you guys. The far right, you got your win. You won. It's like it's someone's surprise birthday party, right? And then someone else is like mad because previously their birthday wasn't celebrated as much as their birthday, right? So here's a surprise birthday for that person. And surprise, here you go, America. And then the Trump supporter goes up and fucking jumps on the cake and like, bro, and smashes it. I was like, aha, I won. Look what I did. I won. Haha, surprise for you. I smashed your cake. Yay. Right? I won. I think that's the best metaphor for Trump victory, right? Surprise birthday party for America. Like, hey, everything's going great. And Trump supporters like, I'm jumping on the cake. It's going to be my win. Watch this. It's going to be so great. This is going to be so amazing. Watch this. Boom. It's cake on their face, right? But they're like, hey, guess what? I won. Did everybody see it? Everybody was here watching, right? Did everybody see it? I won. I think that's a perfect metaphor for that. But so hopefully these people get to have their wake up from the dreams. But we'll see how it goes. Anyways, I think it's been a fun episode for me getting back in. I've been a little bit slow doing this, but I'm going to get back and do more.
My turn.
This is Lion and the Truth. Go check out 3-Chord Symphony on wherever you download music. Like, share, subscribe.
I just cut the cheese. Okay, dude, you ready? Hey, baby.
This won't take long. Just wait here a second.